All the girl walks by him, right? They're like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, you got that boy. But then Miyako said, this bit here, you know, they all wave with him. She's the cool one. She just walks by. No, that was the best one. No, this is beautiful. She's the cool, you know, she's the cool silent killer, right? No, bites the dust. It does feel like Don't Bite the Dusty from Lovebites. Seems inspired, right, by a classic Michael Jackson song. But anyway, guys, it's been a week since the Lovebites. Time again, of course, I got another, hopefully a midday solo. Who knows? Quick side note though. Yesterday I did an Japan video. Check it out, guys. That was so hard to get it up on YouTube. It was copyrighted blocked like 10 times. It feels nice and refreshing, right, so to speak, for me, having done YouTube for a few years, to do like Lovebites and similar bands like NEMOPHILA and so on, Bandmade, right, that allows you to kind of use studio video, you know, the copyright, whatever is fine. They can take the money, of course, but you know, it's honestly, yeah, Japan was like, oh god, this is definitely bad from the 80s. Like everything is so super hard. It's like 10 times more effort to get the video up. You're like, oh my god, damn it. But anyway, another Lovebites video, a more modernized band here. Yes, here we go. Okay, looks like a woman maybe working at a restaurant, maybe a dishwashing place. Is that Midori? I see Midori everywhere. I'm like, is that woman there? Is that Midori playing this character? Yeah, he goes to like, it's probably like a hotel or something. It's like a lot of paperwork and dishes and all the thing combined, right? Yeah, let's have a hotel, right? That's the kind of. Yeah, here we go. Probably. This sort feels very high-paced, right? But in a different way, yeah. It's a little bit weird how to explain it, but this to me doesn't sound like the many other Lovebites videos. This sounds more like, in my head, like J-pop, right? It sounds more poppy. It doesn't sound, yeah, I guess not as heavy, right? It's quickly high-paced, but it didn't have, you know, as like heavy tunes, I guess. Yeah, it wasn't as like smashing it. Perhaps maybe less like low beat drum, yeah, something like that. It's hard to kind of phrase what I mean. I hope you guys understand what I mean. What this reminds me of, right, is a video I did a few weeks ago from HANABIE, where it's also about like a, you know, businesswoman, right? She gets like harassed at the office, right? The guy throws paper at her and so on, and he's angry and screaming at her. The whole music video does feel like a pretty typical, I would say, right? Japanese kind of issue, you know, with like, you know what I mean? Japan's very famous for its work culture, especially against women, right? Older manager bosses being like mean, pushing them down or whatever, right? It does feel like a pretty common story trope, unfortunately. But from that standpoint, though, it was like with the HANABIE video, it's below for other course. I'm guessing that she's gonna fight back, right? You know, like get her own freedom. It seems to have, you know, I mean, like a very similar message, right? You're gonna fight back without punch him. Come on, you gotta stand up for yourself. So here we go. Yeah, gonna smack him, right? Exactly. That's what I'm waiting for right there. But I said, you know, I predicted it, of course. You have to, It was kind of funny though. This is not a take on it. They're all up here. He said, "Yeah, I mean, obviously she's got to go for her glasses and be one of the band members, and yeah, that's obvious, right? Of course, you're gonna throw water at him or smack him, whatever. Again, you know, obviously I predicted that, but that was always together. But yeah, this is nice too. Suddenly they're all there. The whole band is there. But yeah, it's our girl. Okay, good. Let's keep." Okay, so the best part of the video is definitely this part here, right? So, you know, all the girl walks by him, right? They're like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, you got that boy. But then Miyako says, yeah, this bit here, you know, they all wave at him. She's the cool one. She walks by. No, yeah, that was the best part. Now this is beautiful. She's always the cool, you know, she's the cool, silent killer, right? Yeah, rest like, whoa, she just walks by like nothing happens. No, I love it. That's the character. It's important having your character, you know. Keep saying it right. She's ice cool, Midor is hot cool, right? Yeah, she's gonna have that positioning. She's just like, she sneaks by there. Oh, I love that. That was good. That was really good. Definitely a more colorful opening. Definitely a more colorful music video that I'm using from Lovebites. It reminds me of one of the songs that I reacted to with from the Warning like a month ago or so, where it also had a little bit of a comic book vibe to it, right? This feels like, I like here we have like the explosions happening in the screen, right? Like drumming, you see like because of like a bomb kind of thing, right? On the set and so on. That looks great. So yeah, overall a cool music video. The message though, like I said earlier, right? Pretty obvious, you know, girl working overtime all the time, you know, forced a lot by her evil manager boss, right? And I mentioned earlier again, but you know what I mean, it's like a very classic Japanese work issue, right? After all, you have like a whole light novel genre in anime as well then, which is about just like, you know, being reincarnated, right? And not becoming the hero or whatever, like, but instead of just having like a nice life, like having like a minion who's like chilling out, like, you know, I died, now I'm chilling out in the next universe kind of thing, right? Like I except 300 slimes with Aoyuki. She's like, oh, I'm just having a relaxed life. You know what I mean? That is, I should laugh at it, but it's kind of sad how that is a thing in Japanese culture. As a side note though, you know, isekais, right, some isekais at least, are banned in Russia because it's the same kind of mentality. They're like, oh, the isekais that motivate you to wants to live in the next world or something. Like, it's just super weird. But it is, you know, a hard-working culture, right? You see she's splashing with the water. But yeah, but I think the whole lyrics, of course, also come back to the things well, right? Which overall feels like, I would say, typical Lovebites, you know. The lyrics is like, you know, stand up to yourself, right? Freedom, believe in yourself, and so forth. So, of course, it's about this woman working here that he has to, you know, fight her evil man and go or whatever, right? And like I said earlier, we all expected this scene to happen or something similar, or to slap people, something like that, right? But anyway, guys, please subscribe, press the like button, and also please check out the X Japan video. I think it's fun to do at least. And now I'm gonna watch this like horror bullying anime to that. Takeopi's original scene. People asked me to react to that anime, right? I work with behavior science and so on. Psychology, check that out. Which sounds like one of the worst animes ever. I mean, in a horror way. So be interesting. And he doesn't have a great day.